A boastful man once challenged a silent monk to a battle of wits, and ended up losing to his own arrogance. There was a man who went around the country boasting about his wit and intelligence. He would enter a village and challenge the local wise man to a debate. And if he won, he would take the wise man's money and give nothing back. If he lost, he would give the wise man double the amount that he had bet. The wise man would always agree, and so this boastful man grew very rich. One day he heard about a famous monk who lived deep in the mountains. The mountain monastery was renowned, and the man thought that it would be easy to beat the old monk. So he went to the monastery and asked to speak with the monk. After a simple search, the man found the monk sitting in a cave. He loudly cleared his throat and said, "Hey, old man, I've come to test your wisdom against my wit. Are you up for the challenge?" The monk didn't answer. He just sat there quietly. The man repeated his question, but the monk still didn't answer. After some time, the man got angry and shouted, "Hey, old man, are you deaf? I asked you a question." The monk calmly opened his eyes and said, "I was pretending to be deaf, so that you would learn a lesson about patience and humility. But since you're so impatient, let me tell you a story." The man sat down and listened as the monk spoke. Once upon a time, the monk told him, a king sent for the wisest man in the kingdom and asked him, "I want you to go to the river and bring me the water from the 4 directions." So the wise man took 4 jars and went to the river. He then placed 1 jar in each direction and returned to the king and said, "Your Majesty, the water from the 4 directions is in your hands." The king was confused and asked, "How can that be? Never went to the river." The wise man replied, "I did go to the river, but since I'm not the one who asked for the water, I didn't take any. If you want the water, you'll have to ask for it yourself." The king realized his mistake and asked the wise man to get the water from the 4 directions. When the wise man brought him the water, the king was very happy and rewarded him handsomely. The monk then turned to the boastful man and asked, "So what do you think?" The man, who had been listening attentively to the story, replied, "It's a good thing that the king had a wise man to advise him, otherwise he might have made a big mistake." The monk smiled and said, "That's right. And just like the king, you also need someone to advise you. Otherwise, you might end up making a fool out of yourself." The boastful man realized his arrogance and left the monastery without another word. From that day on, he never boasted about his wit again, and instead he spent his time learning from wise people. Thanks for watching. Like and follow for more content like this.